Hello, welcome to ShropshireStar.com. My name is Jonny Drury. I'm here at the Montgomery Waters Meadow with Salop correspondent Ollie Westbury. He's bringing his review. We're going to look at the manager Steve Cotterill and the job that he's done, really, the overall job he's done here at Shrewsbury this season. Now, Ollie, you were just sort of filling me on a few statistics. 12th place finish, second highest finish for 33 years now. I think would label Salop's season a very, very positive one, given that statistic.
Yeah, I think it's hard not to, isn't it? I think it's only the Paul Hurst season. They got to the playoff final, was it that season? Yeah. They finished higher than where they did this season. So I think it is hard to argue that the progress made on the field is not a real season. The staff, the work that they've done, a high percentage of the season. Just kind of lost a little bit. They suffered too badly with injuries at the end of the squad. The challenge of 46 gruelingly long season, which can often be the case. You need to have a really, strength and depth and budgets and stuff need to be able to allow that, which you didn't really for Town. But regardless of that fact, it's been an incredibly successful season. I think it's hard to have too many criticisms of Steve Cotterill and the job that he's done in the 3 years that he's been here, more so than, well, I suppose it's not 3, it's just over two and a half, more than 2.5. But obviously the first season kept him up, and then built a solid foundation last year, and they've really kicked on this season. So it's been a very successful campaign, I would say, arguably.
One thing you look at when you have success is you look back on the recruitment, and the recruitment is one of the things that's been sort of spot on this year. Like you say, the foundations were built probably previously, signings of Marco Morosi, etc., Luke Leahy, but the way they've added to that this year, and we've mentioned it in the videos, utilising the loan market has been really key, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean the recruitment job that they've done. So I suppose there's two parts of the management, isn't there, from Steve Cotterill's perspective? It's the recruitment, and then I suppose it's the setting the team up each week to kind of, get the most out of each situation they can. The recruitment they've done has been pretty exceptional. I mean, we've done all our players, talking about the players, and it's hard to really call anyone out for any criticism in that squad, which kind of tells you that, and it's a Steve Cotterill squad. They are predominantly, I'm not sure if anyone in that squad.
Probably only Rakeel Pike, maybe.
I think Harry Burgoyne and Rakeel Pike.
I think Pike was signed by Sam Ricketts. I think,
perhaps the only ones really in there that have not been Steve Cotterill players, and you can't really criticise them too much, to be honest with you. I think the players in general have all had pretty decent seasons, and you can see that based on the finish.
Absolutely. You mentioned the sort of end to the season, the frustrations. In terms of the biggest frustrations for Steve Cotterill this season, it's got to be the injuries that his side have picked up. Right, I suppose Daniel Udo's injury set the ball rolling. There was George Nurse, who also got injured early on, who was playing very well, and Elliot Bennett's had a couple of injuries. You got the Tom Bayliss one at the end, along with suspensions. It's a case of sort of what if. You mentioned it there. They could have even been higher, really. It's a great finish, but it could have even been even more with a fully fit squad. That's probably one of the frustrations Steve Cotterill probably takes away from this campaign.
Yeah, I think so. I think when Dan Udo got injured at Bristol Rovers earlier on in the season, that was a real hammer blow. And then obviously to lose George Nurse just a few weeks later was obviously another hammer blow. But they were always light from that point onwards. That that it wouldn't have taken too many injuries after losing 2 people for the season to kind of put them into full-blown crisis mode. Towards the end of the campaign, they were struggling to get 11 together, and struggling to get a bench together for sure. So I think there's things like that, and the injuries that I think are pretty uncontrollable, really. I think in football, it's a contact sport, it's a grueling campaign, it's physically demanding, and players are going to pick up injuries, and you just got to hope that you're looked in and that you don't get as many as other people do. But unfortunately for this season anyway, it was a tough campaign for sure in terms of the injuries.